In the summer of 1492, three ships slipped out of Spanish port of Palos de la Frontera, La Nina, La Pinta, and La Santa Maria. Their admiral was a Genoese sailor with an unshakable dream, Christopher Columbus. He believed that by sailing west into the vast Atlantic Ocean, he could reach the riches of Asia. Few shared his conviction. For the 90 men aboard, this was not just a voyage into the unknown, it was a voyage into the fear. The weeks dragged on, the horizon never changed, just water stretching endlessly. Rations spoiled, barrels of water turned foul, and whispers began to spread among the sailors. They feared they would never see Spain again. In his journal, Columbus writes, "The men grow restless, they say I deceive them, that we shall perish in this ocean sea. I tell them God guides us, and the Asia awaits." By September, the voyage pressed deeper into the uncharted waters. The winds never ceased, always blowing eastward, pushing them further from home. To the crew, this was a trap. If they went too far, how could they ever return? Fear turned into anger. Some began to talk openly of rebellion, of throwing their admiral into the sea. Columbus writes, "The men threatened rebellion. They began to turn back. I tell them we are close. I remind them of the riches of Cati, of Cipango, of the command of their sovereigns. Still they murmur." This was a breaking point. A mutiny loomed. Columbus knew he stood on the edge of disaster. His answer was both clever and desperate. He kept two logbooks, one with the true distances sailed, another with shorter figures shown to the crew, so they would not know how far they had drifted from Spain. And when the men demanded to turn back, he bargained for time. He says, "Hold fast for 3 more days. I told them, if we do not find land, we shall return." Thus I calmed them. The patience of his men was about to touch the brink. Then, in the second week of October, the ocean itself began to change. Branches of trees floated by, a carved stick drifted past, green reeds bobbed in the waves, and flocks of birds circled overhead, creatures that never flew far from land. Columbus says, "We found a cane, a stick carved by iron, and branch with fresh berries. The men rejoiced, believing we neared land. I prayed it to be so." On the night of October 11th, 1492, the ships slowed their sails. The crews stood watch, peering into the darkness. Then just past midnight, the cry rang from the Pinta, "Taira, Taira!" That meant land, land. At dawn, they saw it clearly, a green island rising from the sea. Columbus named it San Salvador. The sailors, who had been ready to mutiny only days before, now hailed their admiral as the man who had led them to glory. He says, "Before dawn, land was sighted. All gave thanks to God. We anchored before a fair island, very green, full of trees and clear waters. The people came to us with great friendliness." The mutiny never happened, but it came close. Had land not appeared when it did, Columbus might have been cast overboard and lost to history. Instead, he returned to Spain a hero, believing he had reached Asia, unaware he had stumbled upon an entirely different world. The near mutiny of October 1492 reveals how fragile history can be. The voyage that reshaped the world balanced on just a few desperate days, a handful of floating branches, and the resolve of one determined man. Columbus writes, "I saw the men were near rebellion, yet our Lord strengthened my spirit, and in his mercy he showed us land. Thus was his promise fulfilled." And so, in 1492, Europe crossed the threshold into a new era, not by certainty, but by chance, faith, and the narrow escape from mutiny on the open sea.